Guys. It's deadlift day. It's fucking freezing. My hands are like, I don't even know if you can tell how bad my hands look. You can't even hear me, can you?
No, I'm here.
How bad do my hands look?
White.
They're like chalk white. They're freezing. I don't know how to. I think I'm going to start wearing gloves when I come into the gym. They are absolutely freezing. Now anybody that knows, trying to grab onto the knurling part of a dumbbell or a barbell when your hands are freezing makes things feel 10 times worse. But that's why I'm just kind of adding a few more reps into my warm-ups. Not necessarily to warm up the grip, but to be able to just get a lot warmer myself. Because I've seen from past experience, especially recently, that doing a couple more reps in my warm-ups, for me anyway, isn't hindering my top sets. So again, something that I would definitely say for anybody watching this, anybody that is afraid of doing a little bit more in their warm-ups, you can only really find out if it does hinder your top sets by doing a couple more reps in your warm-up sets. But one thing I would say is obviously just be sensible with it. Don't take the piss. Like, I'm not jumping in at 180 kilograms, 220 and doing 10 reps. I'm going to do maybe 3 to 5 reps here, then 220. I'm going to be working up the triples today anyway, so I'll be doing 3 at 220, 3 at 260, potentially 3 at 280, and then we'll see how it feels after that. But just because of how I'm feeling today, trying to get as warm as I possibly can do, and being sensible at the same time, so not taking out all of my energy that I will need for them working sets later on in the session. I'm just adding a couple more reps here and there. And I am feeling warmer, but I need to be warmer than that. So we'll take this for a few here. Still nice and easy. I'm not going to do straps or anything like that yet. I've definitely found that gradually incorporating that support, so straps, belt, chalk, a little bit later on, or as far away from my easier warm-ups as I can, it's helping them working sets. So I think it's probably just a head game, but it's most definitely helping me up there, and that's allowing me to take what I want on the day. Now I've got a few numbers in my head today. No crazy failure sets apart from the very last set, which is going to be a harsh deficit set. But regardless of that, guys, we're just going to crack on with deadlifts. I don't like talking too much through them because I like to properly just get my head in it, listen to my music, and just really get after every single set, because I think that's what separates me. So that's what we're going to stick to. So we'll get on with it, and I'll probably just catch up with you guys when deadlifts are over. Fucking idea, should have put clips on. Oh well, still warming up. That's the easy stuff done. Because now I'm going to pull back to 250, which will be my first time touching 250 on this harsh of a deficit ever. So last week we came off of 240 for 10. So we're going to be pulling off of a 20 kilogram bumper deficit. We done 240 for 10 after 280 triple. Today we had triples up to 300, but we've got a 250 deficit. I'm looking for at least 6 to 8. So we're going to push for that to the best that we can. We're not going to take any less. I'm going to take a couple of minutes and then I'll be ready to go in. What I'm doing now is not killing myself on deadlifts. So I'm still taking them far, but from that side and how they felt there was probably a couple more in there with 300 for sure. And again, that's after triples at 280, 260, 220. So I'm now priming my body to be significantly stronger at the top, because I'm not using these loads to go to failure. I'm using these loads strategically because I'm working with speed. I'm trying to become really fucking fast with them, instead of thinking, right, I'm just gonna fucking see what's there with 6.5 plates, 7 plates, and then that's killing me. So again, both sides have got their benefits. I mean, it's really fucking cool, and the feeling off of going mental on a deadlift is fucking unbelievable. But at the same time, I'm also having a bit of fun with it as well. I mean, I've deadlifted week in, week out for 10 years, guys. Like 10 fucking years. Not just a few weeks. So I love having fun with training. That's something that's really important to me, and that's why for the past few weeks I've changed it up a little bit. I'm working on that force, working on that speed with the likes of 6 plates, 7 plates for reps, not just for one. Because as you'll see, the first one's always the fucking slowest. It was like I watched the 280 kilogram set back, and the third one, the last rep, was the fastest. So again, we've just got to take that, but everything's feeling really good, so I'm happy with that. So now we'll pull back to 250, we'll send that, and then we've got to train some back. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Ha. Motherfucker. Ha. Ha. Ooh. I've not had that feeling in a while, where I literally cannot hear a fucking thing. Oh man. The pressure from sets like them is a lot. How many was that? 8. I'll take that. I think what I'll do now is stick with the 250, get 10, and then probably go 260. Just so I can, in my head, know that there's at least a good 6 to 8 there with 260. Just going off the back of the data that I got from the 240, with how that felt, it never killed me. Like, it wasn't excruciating, it wasn't really fucking bad, but I was happy to leave it at 8 with how it was starting to feel. So again, guys, like I say, I'm not looking to kill myself on them. I'm looking for a lot more efficiency through them every single set. I'm still performing very heavy, still performing very intense, but I'm still wanting to get strong as fuck off of something like a 20 kilogram bumper deficit, because moving from the 10 to the 20, that's one thick motherfucker. So it's fucking hard. But deads are done. Now we've got to show up and train some fucking back. Guys, the reality is, some days you're going to come in and move 4 plates for 15, 20 plus reps, and some days it's only going to move for 8 reps, in fact 7 3/4. These days are going to happen. It's just how you deal with them. I'm not going to say it's the easiest thing to deal with, especially at the very beginning, especially when you consistently log. But we have to just take on board that any circumstance on the planet, could be the tiniest thing, could cause you to come in and not perform the way that you would usually perform on a specific movement. So it's not the end of the world. It doesn't mean you're gonna wake up in the morning with a worse looking physique. It just means it's not there on the day, and that's it. Next session, we ensure that everything's spot on beforehand. In fact, double spot on beforehand, and it means we come in and we take everything. But it could literally be from an ounce of fluid not going in. It could be from the tiniest of things, sleep, it could be anything. And you could come in and you could just perform differently. But like I say, it doesn't mean you're going back the way. So mid back row done. I like to kind of emphasize mid to upper back on it. I just find that I get such a nice connection with it, just like I do with, say, a chest supported T-bar that's going to bias the upper back. Next up, we'll move on to a flat bias movement. So we'll go for the brand new prime pull down, not the pull down behind me. We'll go for the new one. We'll perform it single arm, and then we can move on. We'll hit a couple of sets. It's a very heavy piece, so we won't be loading it crazily, but we'll take it as far as possible as always. Make sure we of course have a very high level of intensity throughout, and then we'll move on from there.
After we moved from the prime pull down, as you can see, I also done one set of pull downs for upper back, just purely down to the fact of it feels really nice. So we added in a set there. Now we moved on to the DY low row, which I am a big fan of, just purely because I don't find there's too many machines out there that you can really drive your elbows in nice and low and really get the contraction that you get throughout the lats. It's a machine I connect very well with, and definitely one that I try and include in as many of my back sessions as possible. Again, you can load it nice and heavy, and you can still really execute it nicely, which I really find is super beneficial on a movement like that. Now, following that, we moved on to another pull down. As you can see here, I'm not focusing too much on my upper back. I'm really trying to drive my elbows nice and low throughout this movement, purely just because I am a big fan of incorporating some form of cable pull down into my back sessions. Not necessarily always the same attachment. I do switch it up a couple of times, but I am a big fan again of this attachment that I'm using right here. Again, it just allows me to be able to get my elbows where I need them, and it works for me, hence why I just keep it in all of the time. I also finished up on a standing cable pullover before actually moving on to a little bit of ab work to finish off the session. There was no arms throughout this session, just because I have some additional upper body work, or sessions I should say, around this workout. So it was a very demanding session, it was a very taxing session, so there wasn't any necessary need to place any sort of additional arm work in. So some leg raises in there. What I tend to do here is 3 sets to 4 sets of 15 to 20 reps, and from that, guys, that is another one wrapped up. I'm actually just talking here, in which I thought I would just voice over. I got a stock up from Unrivaled Nutrition. Their link is always in the description box below, guys. Train Smart, AGF, Rapid Recovery. But as always, I hope you have enjoyed this one. If you have, don't forget to drop the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I will see you all in the next video.